You've been working hard, you've been thinking, planning, hoping, maybe even praying, but still, things around you haven't changed. And deep down you know there's more for you, you can feel it, but it's not showing up, and you're wondering why. I want you to hear me clearly. Nothing changes until you open your mouth and command it. Life doesn't respond to silence. It responds to clarity, to boldness, to faith, spoken out loud. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use your voice, not just to express how you feel, but to shape what happens next. You'll learn how to stop agreeing with struggle and start speaking with purpose. You're not stuck. You're not powerless. You're simply one decision, one sentence away from real change. If you're ready to stop holding back, to start calling in the life you deserve, then stay with me, because this is where it begins. Right here, right now, with your word. Number 1. Speak your desire as already finished and done. You are standing before the threshold of a new life, but the door will not open until you speak. You must not wait for signs or proof, or the permission of the world. Your life will not move forward by chance. It moves by law, divine law. And the law responds not to fear or worry or silence. It responds to the spoken word of faith. I am here to remind you that the moment you open your mouth in full belief and declare your desire as already finished and done, you activate the law that has been waiting to serve you. The law of God is exact. It does not make mistakes. It does not change based on your mood or the circumstances around you. It answers the vibration of your word, and the vibration of your word is powered by your faith. If you are speaking fear, fear expands. If you are speaking confusion, confusion multiplies. If you are silent, nothing moves. But when you speak the word with conviction, as if your good is already here, the law moves to match it. You must speak from the end, not from the wait. Speak from completion. Speak as if the healing is done, as if the money is already yours, as if the relationship is already restored, as if the opportunity is already accepted. The world teaches you to wait and wish. I teach you to declare and receive, because nothing is withheld from a soul who speaks with divine authority in alignment with truth. You must understand that your word is not casual, it is not powerless, it is not small. Your word is a command. Your word is a tool of creation. It is your spiritual authority on earth. When you speak, you are not just saying words. You are telling divine intelligence what you are willing to experience. What you say repeatedly becomes the law of your day, and what you claim consistently becomes the form of your life. So now I ask you, what have you been saying? What have you been affirming without even knowing it? Are you telling the world you are tired, lost, unlucky, or forgotten? Are you saying it never works for me, or I can't catch a break, or I don't know what to do? If those are the words leaving your lips, then those are the conditions taking form. That is how powerful you are. Even your complaints are creative. Even your doubts are building blocks. The law does not discriminate, it only fulfills. You must take responsibility for every word you speak. There is a moment when a person decides they are no longer available for delay, for struggle, or for lack, and that moment always begins with a change in language. A person who wants to be free must learn to speak as if they already. A person who wants to be healed must speak as one who is whole. You are not asking life to give you something later. You are commanding it to reveal what already exists now. Your good is not far away. It is not hiding. It is not held up by someone else. It is already prepared for you, but it cannot reach you until you match it. And your first match is through the spoken word. Speak your desire as done, not hoped for, not attempted, not halfway believed. Done. Speak it, with no hesitation in your voice. Say it out loud. Say it again. Say it until it feels real. Say it until the doubt dissolves. Say it until it becomes your only truth. You are not meant to speak from the facts. You are meant to speak from the truth. Facts may say you are behind. Truth says divine timing is perfect. Facts may say the money is low. Truth says supply is unlimited. Facts may say the door is closed. Truth says all doors open under grace. Stop repeating the facts. Begin declaring the truth. The law does not care what the world says. It responds to what you say. When you speak your desire as already done, you are not pretending. You are aligned. You are tuning your spirit to the vibration of what is already yours in the invisible. The spiritual world is the cause. The physical world is the effect. Most people try to change the effect, but a wise soul speaks into the cause. A wise soul says, It is done, it is handled, it is revealed, and then walks forward in full expectation. Expectation is not a wish, it is a knowing, and you cannot expect what you do not speak. The one who speaks, "I am healed," will begin to notice life bringing healing. The one who says, "I am in divine right work," will soon see a door open that was not there before. The one who affirms, "Every dollar I need is already on its way," will begin to receive in ways they never imagined. But the one who waits to feel ready before speaking will keep waiting. Feelings follow the word, not the other way around. Do not wait to feel confident, speak anyway. Do not wait for the fear to leave, speak through it. Your power is not in your feelings, your power is in your word. That is why I say again, nothing changes until you open your mouth and command it. And when you speak, do not plead, do not beg. Speak with the full knowing that you are backed by divine law. Speak with the authority of someone who knows that what they decree must be. You are not asking for favors. You are exercising spiritual dominion. You are moving energy into form by the word. That is the way of truth. That is the way of truth. That is the way of demonstration. That is the way of victory. Every day is a new chance to speak truth. Every moment is a doorway to declare the good you choose. Wake up and speak over your day. Speak over your body. Speak over your finances. Speak over your relationships. Speak over your future. Do not let the world speak for you. Do not let fear speak louder than your faith. Your life becomes what you continually affirm. Speak it with care. Speak it with purpose. Speak it with unwavering belief. You do not need 100 affirmations. You need one truth, said with full power. One statement, backed by belief, can break years of delay. One declaration made in alignment with divine mind can shift the course of your path. Do not underestimate the word. The word is the beginning of all creation. The word is the spark. The word is the instrument. And you hold it right now. If you are tired of waiting, tired of suffering, tired of circles and confusion, then rise up in spirit and speak your new life as done. Not someday, not maybe. Now. Say it now. Declare it now. Own it now. That is how the law responds now. There is no future moment for your miracle. The miracle begins when you decide to say, "This is done. I receive, I accept, I allow, I align." You are a spiritual being. You are not at the mercy of the world. You are not stuck. You are not forgotten. You are equipped. You are chosen. You are guided, and you are meant to speak with the voice of God moving through you. So speak boldly. Speak with certainty. Speak as if all of heaven agrees with you, because it does. There is nothing to wait for. There is only something to say. So I leave you with this command. Speak your desire as already finished and done, and then walk forward as if it could not be otherwise. Because that is the truth, that is the law, and that is the way your life will begin to change. Number 2. Declare divine order over every area of life. Divine order is not a hope, it is a spiritual law waiting for your permission. If your life feels tangled, delayed, or out of balance, it is not because you are forgotten. It is because you have not spoken the truth of divine order into every area. Until you stand in full authority and declare that divine order governs your path, your relationships, your health, your finances, and your future, you will continue to feel pushed around by appearances. The law is listening, but it needs your voice. Every chaotic situation in your life is waiting for one thing, your decision to invite divine order in, not by thinking about it, not by wishing for it, but by commanding it with certainty. Divine order is the arrangement of everything for your highest good. It does not come from people, or plans, or pressure. It comes from spirit, and spirit waits on your word. Your declaration gives it direction. You may be looking at your life right now and seeing confusion. Maybe something feels stuck. Maybe you feel like you don't know what to do now. You don't need more options. You need alignment. The moment you say divine order is established here, the universe begins to reorganize. The people you need begin to show up. The solutions begin to appear. The tension begins to lift. The delays begin to end. Why? Because you stepped out of fear and spoke from truth. You are not here to tolerate disorder. You are not here to accept struggle. You are not here to live by trial and error. You are here to call divine order into every detail of your existence. It is not arrogance. It is spiritual obedience. Your spirit is not comfortable in chaos. Your soul does not belong in stress. You were designed for harmony, peace, flow, and purpose. But those things are not given freely. They are spoken into form. When you wake up in the morning, before you check anything or speak to anyone, you must declare divine order is working in every corner of your life. Speak it as a command, not a question. Say, there is divine order in my home, divine order in my mind, divine order in my body, divine order in my finances, divine order in all my affairs. Say it until your spirit feels it. Say it until confusion falls away. Say it until your life begins to reflect the words you've spoken. You cannot afford to let disorder speak louder than your faith. When things don't go the way you planned, don't panic. Pause and declare divine order is unfolding even here. That one sentence holds power that moves through unseen levels. It shifts timing. It alters outcomes. It protects you from what you do not see and leads you toward what you are meant to receive. Divine order is not always what you expect, but it is always what you need. Many people live in cycles of frustration because they try to control what only God can organize. Divine order does not need your worry. It needs your agreement. Every time you try to fix things through force, you block the very flow you are asking for. Divine order is not struggle. Divine order is surrender to the higher plan backed by the authority of your word. You are not small. You are not helpless. You are not abandoned. You are the vessel through which divine order can express itself. Every moment you speak truth, every time you affirm order where disorder has lived, you open a path for something higher to come through. You break the agreement with you cancel the authority of confusion. You silence the voice of lack, and you align yourself with divine reality. When you look at your bank account, and it does not reflect abundance, you don't affirm the lack. You declare divine order is governing your finance. When your relationships feel strained, you don't repeat the story of pain. You declare divine order is restoring harmony. When your body feels weak or unwell, you don't make sickness your identity. You declare divine order is renewing your health. You must be louder than the conditions that challenge you. You were never meant to walk through life reacting. You were meant to respond from truth. Divine order is your right. It is not a reward. It is not earned. It is already written into your spiritual but you must activate it through the word. Speak it in your home. Speak it over your decisions. Speak it in your quiet moments. Speak it when nothing makes sense. Speak it even when it feels too late. Divine order is never late. It is always right on time. But it waits on your declaration. You may not know how it will work. You may not see the steps ahead. That is not your concern. Your job is not to figure it out. Your job is to call it in. Speak the word, and the path will form. Command order and the pieces will come together. You are not here to be confused. You are here to remember. Remember that nothing is too complicated for the law. Nothing is too broken for spirit. Nothing is too far gone for divine order to repair. Divine order does not just affect what happens around you. It transforms how you feel within. You begin to trust the time. You stop forcing outcomes. You become peaceful in uncertainty. You begin to walk with authority instead of anxiety. Divine order is not passive. It is power, structure, clarity, and guidance. It does not wait for your comfort. It responds to your decision. Speak divine order over your past. Speak it over your regrets. Speak it over every choice you thought was a mistake. When you speak divine order, you invite healing even into history. You invite restoration where there was once shame. You are not stuck in your old patterns. You are not defined by your past detour. You are governed now by divine precision, and it is never too late for the law to realign your life. Say with certainty, everything is falling into place under divine order, even when nothing seems to move. That word is work. Even when the door stays closed, the word is unlocking what you cannot see. Speak it when your heart feels heavy. Speak it when you doubt yourself. Speak it when the world seems loud. The word is more powerful than the noise. Divine order will silence the chaos if you let. Do not speak what you do not want. Speak what aligns with truth. Speak what brings you into peace. Speak what breaks the cycle of fear. Speak divine order until your thoughts begin to agree with it, until your words begin to match it, until your reality begins to reflect. You are not asking for permission. You are activating your spiritual authority. The law is waiting for your voice. If you feel overwhelmed, pause and declare, divine order is working right now. If you feel lost, say, I am guided by divine order. If something ends, affirm, this too is divine order in action. Speak it like a steady drumbeat. Let it become your rhythm. Let it replace panic. Let it restore your clarity. Divine order is not a whisper. It is a command you give with faith. It is the doorway to peace, structure, and resolution. No matter where you stand today, no matter what is unraveling around you, no matter how long things have been delayed, this truth remains. Divine order is real. It is ready and it is responding the moment you declare it with full belief. Speak now. Speak it every day. Speak it until there is no room left for doubt. Because when divine order is spoken, divine order begins, and that is the law. Number 3. Command fear to leave and truth to stand. Fear has no rightful place in your life when you know who you are and whose power you stand in. You were not created to live under the weight of worry, panic, or hesitation. You were born to live in truth, and truth is the only thing that holds power over the conditions of your life. Fear is not permanent. Fear is not a fact. Fear is not your identity. It is only a shadow that fades the moment you speak light. If you are tired of carrying fear in your body, your mind, your choices, or your future, then you must now open your mouth and command it to leave. Fear waits for silence. It thrives in uncertainty. It multiplies when you say nothing. But when you speak with faith, when you declare truth with conviction, fear breaks. It cannot stay where truth is affirmed. You are not weak. You are not helpless. You are not bound to worry. But fear will make you forget who you are, unless you stand up and say, no more. You must become louder than the voice of fear in your life. This is not about positive thinking. This is about spiritual law. Truth is the highest vibration in existence, and when you speak it with certainty, everything not in alignment with it must fall away. Fear is a lie. It may feel real, but it is not truth. Truth says you are protected. Truth says you are guided. Truth says you are complete. Truth says you are enough. And truth is not fragile. It does not bend to your emotions. It does not shrink under pressure. It stands tall, unshaken, waiting for you to stand with it. When fear tries to whisper that you are not ready, that you are too late, that things will never change, you must answer back. Say out loud, fear, you are not welcome here. I command you to leave now. I replace you with truth. Do not wait for fear to leave on its own. It won't. Fear responds to authority, not passivity. It must be told to go. It must be dismissed by your voice. You may think that fear will go away if you get more evidence or wait long enough. But fear is not removed by time. It is removed by decision. The moment you choose to stand in truth, fear begins to dissolve. The moment you stop repeating the story that keeps you stuck, you begin to shift. You are not waiting for conditions to change. You are speaking into them and changing them by law. Say to fear, you no longer control my choices. You no longer influence my words. You no longer direct my steps. I see you, I name you, and I release you. You are not truth. You are not God. You are not law. Every time you speak those words, fear gets smaller. It loses ground. It loses power. It shrinks back because it knows the voice of someone who remembers who they are. You may have carried fear for years. It may have shaped your past. It may have stopped you from taking chances. But that does not matter now. The only thing that matters is the authority you step into today. You are not the person you were when you accepted fear as normal. You are not the version of yourself that gave fear permission to speak first. You are now stepping into the truth of your being, and fear cannot follow you there. Truth is not silent. Truth is a force. It cuts through confusion. It silences lies. It rebuilds what fear tried to tear down. You must use it as your weapon. You must speak it with no hesitation. Say, truth is my anchor. Truth is my path. Truth is my source. When you affirm truth, you do not need to know every step. You only need to know that every step is supported. Many people ask, how do I get rid of fear? The answer is not to analyze it. The answer is to override it. You do not fight fear by thinking harder. You defeat it by declaring, the truth is I am safe. The truth is I am guided. The truth is all things are working for good. Do not wait for feelings to change before you speak. Speak now. Feelings will catch up. You were not meant to follow fear. You were meant to follow faith. And faith speaks. Faith does not hide. Faith does not stay quiet. You are here to be bold in truth, not bound by fear. Stop negotiating with your limitations. Stop agreeing with your doubts. Every time you accept fear as the final word, you delay your freedom. But every time you declare truth, you accelerate your alignment. Your body can hold fear, your mind can rehearse fear, but your spirit never accepts fear. Your spirit knows only love, clarity, and divine power. And when you speak from your spirit, you shift everything. Say, fear is not my truth. Peace is. Confusion is not my portion. Clarity is. Delay is not my path. Divine timing is. These are not just words. These are instructions to the law, and the law moves by your command. Do not speak fear over your life. Do not affirm worry with your conversations. Every sentence is a seed. Choose what you plant. Choose what you grow. Say only what strengthens you. Say only what aligns with divine truth. Say only what opens doors. If you must speak, speak life. Speak strength. Speak certainty. If fear is loud, you must be louder. If fear shows up, you must show up stronger. Not because you force it, but because you remember truth. You are not trying to win a battle. You are claiming your rightful ground. Stand in the room and say, fear, leave now. Truth stands here. Peace fills this space. Clarity reigns in my heart. I am not shaken. Say it when you feel it. Say it when you don't. Say it until fear forgets your name. There is no fear in divine presence, and divine presence is in you. You have access to wisdom, power, and courage that the world cannot see, but you must activate it. You must claim it. You must declare it. You are not stuck because of fear. You are stuck because fear has not been told to go. Tell it now. Command it with your full voice. Not in weakness, in power. You are not what fear told you. You are not defined by your hesitation. You are not the sum of your anxious thoughts. You are the one who speaks truth in the face of no. You are the one who stands firm when everything else shakes. You are the one who says, fear is finished. Truth stands now. That is who you are. Speak like it. Think like it. Move like it. Live like it. Do not return to fear. Do not rehearse it. Do not entertain it. Replace it with truth. Repeat truth until it becomes the only voice you follow. The moment you declare that fear is no longer welcome, your life begins to feel different, lighter, clearer, stronger. That is the reward of standing in truth. This is not temporary. This is your new foundation. Walk forward now with no apology, no hesitation, and no turning back. Fear has been commanded to leave. Truth has been declared to stand. And when truth stands, nothing can move you again. That is the power of the word. That is the law in motion. That is the life you are meant to live right now. Number 4. Break every false agreement by speaking new truth. Your life is shaped not just by what you do, but by what you have agreed to, silently, verbally, mentally, and spiritually. And until you break those false agreements, you will keep repeating the same patterns, no matter how much you wish to change. Many of the struggles you face are not punishments from life, but results of unconscious agreements you've made with fear, lack, pain, or limitation. And the only way to dissolve them is to speak a higher truth that overrides every lie you once accepted. You are not bound by your past unless you continue to speak from it. You are not trapped by old beliefs unless you continue to honor them with your words. At any moment, you can break an agreement that no longer serves your highest good. But it cannot be done with silence. It must be done with the spoken word. You must speak the new truth you now choose to live by. False agreements are sneaky. They don't always come with loud declarations. They hide in the background of your thoughts, in the small things you say about yourself, in the stories you tell others, in the beliefs you never questioned. Maybe someone told you years ago that you weren't good enough, and without knowing it, you agreed. Maybe life disappointed you, and you silently agreed to expect less. Maybe failure showed up, and you agreed that success was for others. These are not facts. They are false agreements that you have the power to reject right now. There is a truth stronger than any story you've inherited. But truth will not force its way into your life. It must be chosen. It must be declared. It must be spoken into the places where the lie once lived. If you do not speak a new truth, the old one will continue to run your life by default. This is why you must become intentional about what you say, what you repeat, and what you allow to remain in your vocabulary. Say to yourself, I no longer agree with struggle. I break the agreement with fear. I reject the belief that I must earn love. I release the lie that I am not enough. I accept the truth that I am supported. I speak the truth that my life is unfolding in divine perfection. Say it not just once, but until your energy shifts, until your nervous system relaxes, until your spirit recognizes that you are no longer available for the old reality. Every word you speak either builds or breaks. You are not just talking, you are creating. If your words have power, then you must wield that power with purpose. When you catch yourself repeating something that doesn't align with truth, pause and say, "That is no longer my agreement. I now speak truth." Then replace it with a statement that reflects who you truly are. This is not just a practice of language, it is a practice of liberation. The moment you speak a new truth, you create a new path. Your words tell the universe what reality to prepare. The law of mind responds to what you affirm as true. Speak, and the structure of your life will follow. Remain silent, and the old structure remains in place. There is no agreement too old to break. There is no belief too deep to replace. There is no pattern too strong to be dissolved by truth. You have not missed your chance. You are not too far gone. Your new truth is waiting to be spoken. It is waiting to be claimed. It is waiting to be repeated until it becomes the foundation of your every decision, your every step, your every result. Many of us were taught to be polite with our pain, to speak carefully, to not disturb others, to not challenge the beliefs we were handed. But you cannot be polite with lies. You cannot protect what is destroying you. You must confront it with truth. You must speak what is right, even if it feels unfamiliar. Your spirit recognizes truth immediately. It lifts you. It strengthens you. It gives you peace. Begin with this. I break every agreement that keeps me small. I speak a new truth of power, peace, and clarity. I choose to align with divine law, not human fear. I no longer consent to limitation, confusion, or lack. Speak these words daily. Speak them even when no one else agrees. You are not here to follow the crowd. You are here to follow truth, and truth does not need permission to be spoken. If there are relationships in your life that were built on false agreements, where you agreed to stay silent, stay small, stay unworthy, you must now speak a new truth in your spirit, even if it's only to yourself at first. You must say, "I am worthy of respect. I am free to change. I am allowed to grow. I am not defined by the version of me others accepted. I rise now in truth." You may feel resistance. That is normal. The old agreement will try to pull you back. It will say, "This is how it's always been." It will remind you of your past. It will bring up every failure, every mistake, every time things didn't work. But your job is not to argue with fear. Your job is to speak what you now believe, even if your voice shakes, even if the evidence is not yet visible, even if it feels strange. The new truth must come from you first. Do not wait for someone else to confirm it. Do not wait for perfect timing. Do not wait to feel ready. Truth does not wait. Truth moves, and it moves the moment you speak. When you break an old agreement, you are telling life, "I no longer accept this experience." When you speak a new truth, you are saying, "I now receive something higher." This is how transformation begins, not through force, but through declaration. You must become the authority in your life. You must speak as one who knows that the law is listening. You must speak as one who knows that truth, once spoken, cannot be taken back. It moves, it creates, it changes everything. You are not here to repeat what was handed to you. You are here to speak a higher word. You are here to create from alignment, not reaction. You are here to interrupt the pattern and replace it with peace. You are here to call in what you've never had, by saying what you've never said. You are here to live by divine agreement, not false belief. There is no need to explain your decision to anyone. You do not need approval to break a law. You only need clarity and conviction. Say, "This agreement no longer serves me. I choose truth now." Say it every time the old fear shows up. Say it every time you feel doubt creeping in. Say it until you believe it more than anything you've ever believed before. This is the work, not hard, not complicated, but powerful. Speak the truth. Break the agreement. Stand in your word. Life will respond, because the law cannot ignore your declaration. Everything will begin to realign. Doors will open. People will shift. Ideas will come, but it starts with you. It starts with one spoken truth that replaces every lie you were once told. Now is the time, not later, not after something else happens. Now, open your mouth. Say what's true. Break every false agreement. Speak the new truth boldly, and do not look back, because once truth is spoken, nothing can remain the same. This is the power you carry. This is the moment you claim it. This is where your new life begins. Number 5. Say what you want with full faith in God. There is nothing more powerful than a soul who knows exactly what they want and speaks it aloud, with unwavering faith in God. You were not made to beg, plead, or wonder if your desires matter. You were created to declare your good with confidence, knowing that what you ask for in alignment with divine truth is already yours in spirit. The only thing that blocks your good is doubt, and doubt only lives where faith has not been fully claimed. When you say what you want, and you believe it with your whole heart, the universe responds without delay. Most people spend their lives speaking about what they don't want. They talk about their problems, their pain, their lack, their fear. But the law does not listen to complaints. It listens to commands. It does not move because you are upset. It moves because you are sure, and your certainty must come from faith. Faith is not a feeling you wait for. It is a decision you make. Faith says, I trust that what I speak with God is already handled. When you speak what you want with full faith in God, you are not asking from lack, you are declaring from abundance. You are not requesting permission, you are exercising divine right. God does not withhold. God responds to alignment. When you are aligned in mind, word, and spirit, your desire becomes a command, not a question. And when the law receives a command rooted in faith, there is nothing that can prevent its fulfillment. You must speak clearly, not with hesitation, not with apology, not with fear of disappointment. If you truly believe that God is your source, then you must speak as if supply is unlimited. If you believe that divine intelligence guides your path, then you must speak as if the way is already prepared. The moment you speak your desire with full faith, you invite divine cooperation. Your word becomes the first act of creation. Do not speak vaguely. Do not hide behind soft wishes or half-formed ideas. Say exactly what you want. If you want healing, say, I am healed now through divine law. If you want love, say, I receive love that honors my spirit. If you want provision, say, God is my source, and supply flows freely. These are not statements of fantasy, they are declarations of truth, spoken by someone who knows the power of spiritual authority. You do not need to explain your desire to anyone. You do not need to make it small to be accepted. You do not need to adjust your words to fit someone else's comfort. This is between you and God. This is a holy exchange. When you speak from faith, you rise into agreement with the divine plan. You stop delaying. You stop doubting. You stop shrinking. And you begin to live from spiritual confidence. You have been told by the world to be realistic, to lower your expectations, to wait and see, but none of that is the voice of truth. The truth says, ask and it shall be given. Seek and you shall find. Speak and it shall come to pass. That is not a suggestion, it is a law, but it only works when your request is made with full faith, not partial belief, not conditional hope, complete trust. There is no situation too big for God. There is no dream too great. There is no timeline too late. If you desire it with a clean heart and you speak it with faith, it is already on its way. You may not see the evidence yet. You may not know how it will come. But your job is not to figure it out. Your job is to speak the word, hold the vision, and trust the process. Faith is not in the outcome. It is in the unwavering belief that the outcome is guaranteed. When you say what you want, be specific, be bold, be clear. Do not say, I just want to be okay. Say, I want peace in every area of my life. Do not say, I hope it works out. Say, this is already resolved in divine perfection. Do not say, I'll try to believe. Say, I trust God fully with this outcome. Your words shape your world. Your words reveal your belief. If you want something new, speak it into being. Speak as one who is already provided. Speak as one who knows they are deeply loved. Speak as one who is not waiting for permission to rise. The law responds to your faith, not your fear. It answers your clarity, not your confusion. The more certain you are when you speak, the faster the energy around you begins to shift. The more grounded you are in truth, the more doors begin to open. Some may say, but what if I speak and nothing happens? That is not faith. That is fear pretending to be logic. Faith says, even if I don't see it yet, I know it's working. Faith holds the vision. Faith speaks when others are silent. Faith declares when the evidence is missing. Faith says, I do not need to see it to believe it. I believe it because it is true. This is your invitation to stop waiting and start speaking. This is your call to stop agreeing with delay and start agreeing with divine timing. This is your moment to say out loud, exactly what you want, and know that the moment you speak it, the wheels begin to turn, the resources begin to align, the right people begin to show up, the way forward begins to form, all because you finally gave the law something to respond to. You are not here to guess your way through life. You are not here to wander in confusion. You are here to be deliberate with your word, strong in your belief, and grounded in divine truth. Say what you want, and say it often. Say it when you rise. Say it before you sleep. Say it until your nervous system relaxes into certainty. Say it until every cell in your body agrees. Say it until your life reflects the very words you've been speaking. And if the world has told you that asking for too much is selfish, ignore it. If the past has told you that things never work out, override it. If your own mind tries to talk you out of your good, silence it. You are not speaking from ego. You are speaking from spirit, and spirit does not need to apologize for desiring truth, peace, joy, and overflow. Faith is not a one-time choice. It is a lifestyle. It is a way of speaking, thinking, and walking. It is the decision to stand firm in what you have declared, even when nothing seems to change, even when resistance shows up, even when your own doubts try to shake you. Speak anyway. Hold the line. Say what you want, with your full voice. Say it with your head held high. Say it knowing that God has already made a way. The law is not moved by worry, it is moved by the energy around you listens to your vibration, and your vibration is revealed through your words. Speak from certainty, speak with power, speak as if what you desire already exists, because in the divine realm, it does. You are not hoping to be heard, you are not wishing to be chosen, you are already one with the power that creates worlds, and that power is listening now. So speak, declare, command. Say what you want, with full faith in God, and know, without doubt, that your word is already working for you. Number 6. Reject delay by declaring divine timing is now. Delay is not your destiny, and you are not meant to wait endlessly for your breakthrough. Divine timing is not someday, it is now. You are not here to beg time to cooperate or wonder when things will shift. You are here to speak the word that activates the moment. If you've been feeling stuck, waiting for conditions to improve, waiting for the sign, waiting for someone else to act, today that stops. Today you reject delay by declaring divine timing is now. You must stop accepting waiting as normal. The world has trained you to think everything takes time. But spirit moves instantly when you speak in alignment. Time is not your master. God is not waiting. The divine does not delay. The only thing that holds back your good is your agreement with postponement. Every time you say, it's not the right time, or maybe later, or I'm not ready yet, you delay what is already prepared for you. The law of God waits on your declaration. And the moment you say, now is the time, all things begin to shift. Divine timing is not about human calendars. It's about spiritual readiness. It's about standing in alignment and saying, I no longer wait. I no longer hold back. I no longer postpone my good. You do not need more time. You need more truth. You need to break the habit of delay and speak as someone who knows the moment is already right. The delay is not divine. The timing is divine. And divine timing responds to your certainty. You may think there's something noble about waiting. Maybe you were taught to be patient, to not rush, to wait your turn. But spiritual patience is not passive. It is active trust. It is the willingness to declare that what you desire is already in motion. When you say divine timing is now, you are not forcing anything. You are aligning with truth. You are stepping into the frequency where what is meant for you can finally arrive. There is no such thing as being too early when spirit is your guide. There is no such thing as needing to wait another year, another season, another cycle. You have waited long enough. The time is not coming. It has come, and it is waiting on you to agree with it. When you declare divine timing is now, you invite acceleration, you invite momentum, you invite a rearrangement of everything that once felt blocked. Say it clearly, I reject delay, I release all waiting. Divine timing is now, my good is ready now, I am prepared now. These are not just affirmations, these are spiritual instructions. You are telling the universe, I am done with hesitation. I am done with postponement. I step into readiness. Delay only survives when you speak it. When you stop calling it delay and start calling it divine timing, you shift the energy immediately. If your life has felt like a series of setbacks, it's not because you're cursed. It's because you have been silently agreeing with the idea that things take forever, that good things come slowly, that blessings require time. But in truth, the moment your mind, your spirit, and your word align, it comes quickly, it comes fully, it comes without resistance. You do not need to wait years for what can happen today. There is a power in urgency, not anxiety, but holy urgency, a sacred knowing that you are not meant to linger in limbo, a clarity that you have already waited long enough, a divine confidence that says, I choose this moment, I speak this moment, I receive in this moment. That is how you collapse delay. That is how you override every old belief that says it's too late, or not yet, or still far away. You are not waiting for life to be perfect. You are not waiting to feel fearless. You are not waiting for all the details to fall into place. Faith steps before the pieces arrive. Faith acts before the evidence appears. Faith speaks now, and the universe responds yes. That is how divine timing works. It responds to your declaration, not your hesitation. When you say, now is the time, you claim what has already been prepared. There are blessings lined up with your name. There are doors waiting to open. There are opportunities ready to find you. But they cannot enter a life where delay is spoken daily. They cannot fit into a space where hesitation rules. Make room for the now. By releasing the late, your healing does not need more time. It needs your agreement. Your abundance is not in the future, it's in your present word. Your purpose is not waiting for perfect conditions. It's waiting for you to stop postponing your power. Speak the truth that breaks delay. I walk in divine time. I act in divine flow. I expect things to unfold now, not someday. Reject every idea that says you're not ready. You have been prepared by every challenge, every lesson, every prayer. You are not behind. You are not late. You are right on time the moment you declare it. Divine timing does not skip over anyone. It responds to those who know the law and speak with boldness. If the people around you are still waiting, that is their choice. But you don't need to wait with them. You don't need to match their pace. You don't need to stay silent while life passes. As someone who knows that what they want is not far, it is here, it is near, it is available. You only need to choose it with your voice. There is nothing holy about holding back. There is nothing wise about postponing your freedom. There is nothing noble about waiting to be chosen. You are already chosen. You are already qualified. You are already supported. And your word is the signal that opens the floodgates. Say it with conviction. I no longer wait. I no longer delay. I step into divine order now. Feel what that does to your energy. Feel what shifts inside you. When you speak from certainty, the law of God is precise, but it is not slow. The moment you speak truth, things begin to move. Resources align. People call. Peace enters. That is the reward of rejecting delay and standing in the night. This is your moment to let go of the language that holds you back. Stop saying someday. Stop saying maybe later. Stop saying when I'm ready. You are ready because you have chosen to be. The divine does not ask for perfect preparation. It asks for full belief. Your words are the invitation. Your faith is the permission. Your now is the activation. You are not here to chase time. You are here to command it, to partner with it, to speak in rhythm with divine flow. And that rhythm says, now, not next year, not next season, now. So speak it with power. Speak it with peace. Speak it until every cell in your body believes it. You do not need to earn divine timing. You only need to declare it. The moment you stop speaking delay, the doors swing open. The timing becomes perfect because you have said it is. That is your gift. That is your authority. That is the spiritual truth you now choose to live by. Reject delay. Declare divine timing is now, and walk forward as if it could not be otherwise, because in truth it can't. It is already done. It is already here. It is already yours. Say it, know it, live it. Now, number 7. Speak only what uplifts, heals, and makes free. Your words are not just sounds, they are spiritual tools that build or destroy, lift or burden, open or restrict, and the time has come for you to speak only what uplifts, heals, and makes free. If you truly understood the power carried in every sentence that leaves your mouth, you would never again speak in defeat, fear, or doubt. Every time you speak, you are planting something. You are either planting freedom or more of the same cycles that keep you stuck. You must become deliberate with your language, not because of fear but because of love for your future, your peace, and your spiritual authority. You are not powerless in a chaotic world. You are not at the mercy of circumstance. You are not a victim of condition. You are a divine being with the power to speak life where there was once heaviness, to speak peace where confusion ruled, to speak healing where pain had taken root. Your mouth is the gateway of your reality. What you speak today becomes what you live tomorrow. So speak only what blesses your life and everyone who enters it. There is no neutrality in your words. Every word you say either creates or it tears down. It lifts or it burdens. There is no such thing as just talking. You are always directing the energy of your life with the way you speak. That is why you must be intentional. You must rise in your consciousness and declare that from this moment forward, you will no longer speak words that bind you to fear or repeat the narrative of pain. You will speak to heal. You will speak to rise. You will speak to liberate your mind from every false idea. What does it mean to speak what uplifts? It means you speak from truth, not appearances. You speak from knowing, not guessing. You say only what builds your soul, calms your heart, and strengthens your path. You speak blessings over your life, even when the facts don't match. You declare peace, even when chaos surrounds you. You say, I am guided, even when you feel unsure. This is not denial, it is spiritual discipline. You are choosing to align with what is higher. To speak what heals means you no longer allow sickness, confusion, or anxiety to define your identity. You may experience symptoms, but you do not speak from them. You may walk through challenges, but you do not label yourself by them. Instead, you say, healing flows through me now. You say, every cell in my body responds to divine intelligence. You say, my mind is at peace, and I am held in perfect order. These words are not fantasy. They are medicine for your nervous system, your body, your energy, and your destiny. To speak what makes free is to remove the chains of old beliefs, not by force, but by truth. When you speak words of truth, you untie yourself from fear. You break the patterns of guilt. You silence the voice of judgment. You are not repeating what the world says. You are declaring what Spirit says. The world may call you limited, broken, or too late. Spirit says you are whole, capable, and right on time. The moment you say it aloud, you reclaim your power. So many people unknowingly curse their own progress. They say things like, it's just my luck, or things never work out for me, or I always mess things up, and they wonder why the same situations repeat. It is not punishment, it is the result of misused language. When you speak limitation, you live limitation. When you speak in defeat, you reinforce it. The only way out is to shift what you say. You must speak what frees your spirit and aligns with your highest self. Start your day with language that sets the tone. Say, I expect good. I walk in purpose. I allow peace. When challenges arise, don't respond from panic. Respond from alignment. Say, this too is working for good. I am being guided. I do not need to rush or fear. When you make a mistake, don't condemn yourself. Say, I forgive myself fully. I learn and move forward. This is how you stay in truth, even when the world shakes. There is strength in quiet conviction. You don't have to shout your truth, but you do have to speak it clearly. You do not owe anyone your pain story. You do not need to repeat every detail of the struggle You do not need to rehearse the trauma, not because it wasn't real, but because it no longer defines you. What defines you now is the truth you choose to live by. If you want more joy, speak as someone who is open to receive it. If you want better relationships, speak life into every interaction. If you want to be free from fear, speak faith with every breath. Do not wait until things feel perfect. Speak now, even in uncertainty. The words you speak will begin to shift your internal world, and soon, your external world will reflect it. This is not a one-time declaration. This is a way of living. You don't speak truth once and forget it. You train your mind, you teach your body, you rewire your inner dialogue, until the only voice you recognize is one of compassion, confidence, clarity, and peace. Speak like someone who knows the law is always listening. Speak like someone who knows they are creating in every moment. Speak like someone who honors the power given to them. You do not need to fake positivity. You need to speak truth. If you feel tired, say, I am resting and being renewed. If you feel uncertain, say, clarity is coming now. If you feel grief, say, I am healing with grace and being held in love. You are not escaping your feelings. You are giving them a new direction. Your words are not a mask. They are a compass. Use them to point yourself toward light, not back into the dark. From this day on, be a guardian of your language. Speak as if your future is listening, because it is. Speak as if your cells are listening, because they are. Speak as if your life is shaped by your word, because it always is. When you speak, speak as a creator. Speak as one who remembers their divine origin and walks in that knowing. Every word you speak carries weight. Make sure it carries healing. Make sure it brings peace. Make sure it uplifts not only your own heart, but the hearts of those around you. Be the one who speaks life into rooms filled with noise. Be the one whose presence shifts the atmosphere because of the clarity of your language. Be the one who refuses to repeat the lie and boldly declares the truth. You are powerful. You are equipped. You are held. And now you are reminded of your responsibility to speak only what uplifts, heals, and makes free. No more casual complaining. No more rehearsing the old story. No more echoing what no longer serves. Speak what rises. Speak what frees. Speak what loves. Speak what aligns with the highest truth you know, and then speak it again until your life becomes a living reflection of the words you dared to believe. Number 8. Cancel doubt with the law of spoken faith. Doubt is not stronger than you. It only survives when you remain silent, and the moment you speak with the force of faith, you break its grip and take your power back. You were not born to carry hesitation, confusion, or inner conflict. You were born to know, to declare, to move forward with the authority of spiritual certainty. The law of faith is not passive. It is not a wish. It is not a quiet hope. It is a spiritual law that overrides doubt the moment your voice agrees with divine truth. You don't overcome doubt by trying to think your way out of it. You don't get free from uncertainty by waiting for it to disappear. You must speak in faith. You must use your voice to redirect the energy within you. The law does not respond to emotion. It responds to declaration. When you open your mouth and speak what you know is true, even in the presence of fear, you activate a power that dissolves confusion and cancels delay. Doubt creeps in when you look to the outer world for confirmation. It gains strength when you let the conditions dictate what you believe. But conditions are temporary. Truth is eternal. When the facts contradict your desire, you must choose not to align with appearances. You must speak from the place within you that knows spirit cannot lie, that divine law never fails, that faith is the substance of things already secured in the unseen. You may feel doubt rising when you pray and don't see instant results. You may feel hesitation when others question your path. You may hear the voice inside that asks, what if this doesn't work? That voice is not your truth. That voice is a leftover pattern. It is an echo of the past, and it can be silenced, not by effort but by truth spoken out loud. Say, I cancel doubt. I choose faith. I speak what aligns with divine certainty. The spoken word is not weak. It is the sharpest tool you have. When you use it with clarity, it creates. When you use it with conviction, it rearranges. When you use it with unwavering faith, it cancels every lie you've ever believed. Doubt cannot exist where truth is continuously spoken. It retreats every time you speak in alignment with spiritual law. You do not need to understand how the outcome will unfold. You only need to agree that it will. You do not need to force results. You need to speak the word and trust that it is done. Faith is not concerned with timing. Faith is not interested in logic. Faith is rooted in divine intelligence. It knows that once the word is spoken in truth, the answer is already on its way. Every time you speak in fear, doubt takes root. Every time you rehearse your worries, you plant them deeper. But every time you say, I walk by faith, you pull the root out. Every time you declare, it is already handled, you remove the soil that fed your doubt. The shift begins the moment you stop waiting to feel confident and start speaking truth, even when your hands are shaking. You were given the power of the word not to describe your life, but to create it. If you want to break the habit of doubting, speak faith out loud every day. Don't wait for a crisis. Make it your practice. When you rise in the morning, say, I trust the process of divine unfoldment. When you feel uncertain, say, I am guided with perfect clarity. When you feel pressure, say, I am supported by divine law now. Do not allow the silence to speak for you. Fill it with your word. There is nothing complicated about this. You don't need special knowledge or long prayers. You need one truth said with full belief. One statement that affirms what God has already declared. I am safe. I am worthy. I am ready. These are not affirmations, they are activations. They move the law. They shift your atmosphere. They make space for miracles to arrive. The longer you entertain doubt in your thoughts, the deeper it roots. That is why you must interrupt. The moment it rises, stop and say, I choose faith. Speak it even if it feels unnatural. Speak it even if your thoughts resist. Your words carry more weight than your mind. Your voice holds power that thought alone cannot release. When you speak, you break the pattern. You take authority. You tell the law what you expect. If your faith has felt weak, it's not because you don't have enough. It's because you haven't been using your word. The law of spoken faith requires your participation. It does not move until you speak. Do not think about speaking. Speak. Do not wait to be sure. Speak. Do not wait for peace. Speak. Your faith is strengthened not by silence, but by sound. Your clarity does not come from waiting. It comes from declaring. Every time you speak faith, you build a new structure in your mind. A new reality begins to form. A new path begins to open. Doubt has no foundation in a mind that hears truth consistently. You cannot live in peace and speak in fear. Choose the voice that leads you forward. Use your word like a light. Use your word like a compass. Use your word like a key. Your current situation is not permanent unless you agree with it. You can break free the moment you choose to speak differently. The moment you say, I will not be moved by what I see, you begin to. The moment you declare, this is already working for good, you begin to shift timelines. The moment you say, I trust the law of God more than I trust the facts, you align with power beyond understanding. This is not about pretending, this is about remember. Faith is your natural state. Doubt is a learned condition. It entered through fear. It remained through repetition. But it cannot survive in the presence of your true voice. It cannot argue with a soul that knows divine law is always active. When you cancel doubt with spoken faith, you are not just changing your mindset, you are changing your experience. Say it aloud, I cancel every doubt now, I speak in full faith, I agree with truth. Say it when your mind wanders. Say it when the facts scare you. Say it until your words feel stronger than your fears. Faith is not the absence of challenge. It is the presence of a choice. And that choice is made every time you speak what aligns with your highest self. This is your moment to decide. No more holding back. No more second guessing. No more living in the middle. Cancel the doubt. Speak the faith. Let the law hear your voice. Let the energy around you respond. Let your words carry the full force of your spirit. You are not here to wonder if you can. You are here to declare that you already have. Speak boldly. Speak clearly. Speak from the truth that never changes. The law of spoken faith is in motion the moment you say, I believe. Let that be the foundation of everything you speak from this day forward. Let your life be a reflection of what your voice created in full, unstoppable, unshakable faith. Number 9. Choose words that match the life you expect. Your words must reflect the life you expect, not the one you fear. And the moment you begin to speak in alignment with your vision, everything around you begins to respond. You cannot build a future of joy while speaking the language of disappointment. You cannot live in abundance while affirming lack. You cannot create peace while repeating the vocabulary of stress and confusion. Your life follows the frequency of your language. If your expectation is clear, your words must match it with precision. Every time you open your mouth, you give instructions to the energy around you. If you expect to rise, your words must rise with you. If you expect success, your vocabulary must leave no room for failure. If you expect healing, your speech must reflect wholeness. Not someday, not one day, but now. You do not speak for comfort. You speak to create. You speak as the architect of your own reality, laying every brick of your future with the language you allow. People often say they want change, but their language tells a different story. They say, I hope this works, or things never go right for me, or with my luck it probably won't happen. These phrases are silent agreements with struggle. They sound harmless, but they are spiritually binding. They anchor you to what you don't want, even as you pray for something better. Your word is your law. If you truly expect better, your language must reflect it without compromise. You are not here to entertain old narratives. You are not here to describe what used to be. You are not here to keep repeating what hasn't worked. You are here to choose, to declare, and to direct your life with deliberate speech. Your vision must speak louder than your past. Your words must match your new standard. What you say must reflect the future you claim, not the history you've survived. This is the moment you decide, I will no longer speak from fear. I will no longer joke about failure. I will no longer affirm lack, chaos, or limitation. I expect clarity, so I speak from. I expect breakthrough, so I declare it. I expect favor, so I speak it with boldness. You are not hoping to be heard. You are commanding what belongs to you. You are speaking from the end, not the in-between. Let your language rise to meet your intention. If you want love, stop saying people always leave. If you want prosperity, stop saying I can't afford it. If you want health, stop repeating my body always breaks down. These phrases keep you tied to the very patterns you're trying to release. It's not about pretending, it's about choosing. You must choose words that lift you into alignment with the life you say you want. You are not weak for choosing new words. You are not unrealistic for expecting more. You are not delusional for refusing to affirm struggle. You are wise. You are grounded. You are spiritually disciplined. Choosing your words is choosing your world. Speak as someone who knows their word is sacred. Speak as someone who refuses to create more of what they are leaving behind. Speak only what builds. Speak only what blesses. Speak only what supports your vision. You do not owe your old self another word. You do not need to entertain the voices of doubt, inside or outside. You are now walking in a new direction, and your words are your guide. Let them point forward, not back. Let them open doors, not lock them. Let them lift your energy, not drain it. When others around you speak carelessly, you stay committed to clarity. When the world wants you to speak from fear, you stay loyal to truth. When your mind wants to spiral, you interrupt it with declaration. You say I expect good, and I speak it now. You say everything is aligning in divine order. You say I am ready for what I asked for. You become a master of your language, and your life follows your lead. This is not just about avoiding negative words. This is about affirming what is divinely true. Saying what you want is not enough. You must say it in a way that holds no contradiction. You cannot say I want peace, and then speak stress into your schedule. You cannot say I want success, and then say I'm not sure I can handle it. Every word must be clean. Every statement must reflect the life you are stepping into. Your words carry vibration. They hold energy. They echo into the field around you, and the field responds. It listens. It arranges. It delivers. But only when your command is clear. Speak with no hesitation. Speak with no apologies, with certainty. Even when the evidence hasn't arrived. Faith always speaks first. Reality follows the echo. Every morning remind yourself, I will only speak words that match my expectation. I will only use language that aligns with my highest. I will not let emotions decide my language. I will let my vision lead my speech. Say it aloud. Say it daily. Say it until your energy matches your words. You are reprogramming your life, one sentence at a time. Watch what happens when you become consistent. People begin to treat you differently. Opportunities show up. Your mood stabilizes. Your clarity sharpens. Not because you forced change, but because you stopped contradicting yourself. You stopped living one way and speaking another. You stepped into harmony, and harmony is where divine power flows, without resistance. You don't need to explain your new language to anyone. Let them think you're strange. Let them wonder why you don't complain anymore. Let them hear you bless your own path while they repeat old cycles. You are not responsible for how others speak. You are only responsible for what you allow in your space and what you release from your lips. When your old thoughts rise, and they will, speak louder. When your past tries to call you back, answer with truth. Say, I've moved on. I speak from the life I expect now. This is not arrogance. This is alignment. This is spiritual maturity. This is choosing to partner with the law of creation, instead of drifting through reaction. You are not random. You are not guessing. You are declaring. You are authoring. You are planting with purpose. Let every word carry the weight of your vision. Let your conversation be full of life. Let your voice be the sound of expectation fulfilled. This is how change becomes real, not in wishful thinking, but in powerful speaking. You have always had the power, you simply forgot how to use it. Now you remember, now you return to truth. Now you speak as the one who knows the law is already moving. The life you expect is not far. It is one decision, one sentence, one declaration away. So speak accordingly. Speak now. Speak from who you are becoming, and do not turn back. Number 10. Call in your good boldly without hesitation or fear. Your good is already prepared, already available, already within reach. What it's waiting for now is your bold command, not your hesitation. You have spent enough time wondering, doubting, delaying, shrinking, hoping someone else would open the door for you. But the truth is, you are the one who must speak your good into your own life, not with timid whispers, not with second guessing, but with the full force of your spirit standing in faith, authority, and absolute clarity. Now is not the time to play small. Now is the time to rise in conviction and call in your good boldly, with no fear and no apology. This universe responds to spiritual certainty. It does not respond to indecision. The law of God is precise. It is not confused. It listens to the one who knows what belongs to them and declares it without shrinking back. You are not waiting on permission to receive. You are not hoping to be chosen. You have already been chosen by divine design. What you seek is seeking you. But it cannot come through confusion. It comes through silence. It comes when you speak, when you claim, when you summon it with confidence. Your voice carries divine authority. That means when you say, I receive my good now, it is not wishful thinking. It is a command. It is law in motion. It is truth meeting intention. Every good thing you desire, peace, healing, clarity, abundance, right relationships, purpose, freedom, is already stored up and accounted for. You are not trying to create it from nothing. You are calling it from the invisible into the visible by your word. That is your power. That is your right. That is the way spiritual law was designed to work for you. Do not wait until everything looks perfect before you open your mouth. You don't need a perfect moment to make a powerful declaration. You make the moment powerful by speaking. Say, I call in my peace now. Say, I receive what is mine today. Say, my highest good is already unfolding in divine order. Speak it even if the facts don't support it. Speak it even if your emotions don't match it. Speak it until the atmosphere begins to shift. The law does not ask you to qualify yourself. It asks you to align. You do not have to prove that you are worthy of good. You only have to claim that you are ready to receive it. Fear will try to tell you to wait. Fear will try to tell you to be quiet. Fear will try to convince you that it's selfish to want more. But fear is not your guide. Faith is, and faith does not wait for signs. It creates them with bold declaration. You are not calling your good from outside of you. You are calling it from the place in you that already knows it belongs to you. That inner knowing, that quiet confidence, that deep sense that something more is available. That is your truth. You are not crazy for expecting more. You are not delusional for believing there is a greater version of your life. That's not fantasy. That's spiritual awareness reminding you of your divine inheritance, and it is time to speak to it. When you speak from hesitation, you block when you speak from boldness, you open every gate. The law responds quickly to the one who does not waver. Be that one. Be the person who walks into a room and speaks with power. Be the person who commands peace in the middle of no. Be the person who says, I call in my next level, and doesn't look back. That is who you are. That is what your good is waiting for. You do not need to know every detail. You don't need to figure out the how. You only need to know that the moment you call it, it begins. The moment you say, this is for me, the pieces begin to align. You don't have to chase anything. You don't have to force the process. You only need to claim it. Fully, clearly, boldly. If your voice has been quiet because you've been afraid to ask for too much, it's time to change. You cannot out-ask divine supply. You cannot imagine more than God can provide. Your part is not to limit your desire. Your part is to speak it without fear. Say, I release all hesitation now. I receive without resistance. I am ready. Say it until you feel the shift in your body. Say it until your nervous system begins to relax. Say it until you remember that you were never waiting on anything but your own decision. Do not speak as if you're hoping. Speak as if you're receiving. The energy is different. One is unsure. The other is grounded. One delays the blessing. The other draws it in. Say it with full belief. I call in what is already mine. I am aligned with divine truth. I am receiving with ease. That level of certainty collapses time. That kind of language dissolves every block. No more wondering if you deserve. You are not here to live half a life. You are not here to settle. You are not here to survive. You are here to thrive. You are here to live in alignment with spiritual excellence. And that means choosing words that match the greatness inside you. Choosing words that reflect your ready. Choosing words that hold no contradiction. Call it in without apology. Call it in with gratitude. Call it in like you know the answer has already been sent. Do not look to others to confirm it. Do not wait for circumstances to agree. Speak your truth, and let the world catch up to it. Speak your vision, and let the path reveal itself. Speak your desire, and let your good respond. You are allowed to speak with power. You are allowed to say, enough is enough. You are allowed to claim joy, freedom, clarity, wealth, purpose, and love. You do not need to hold back to make others comfortable. You do not need to hide your voice so others feel safe. You are not responsible for their reaction. You are responsible for your own alignment. Speak like you've already received. Live like it's already done. Let your voice be the invitation for miracles. Let your word be the doorway through which your blessings arrive. You are not calling for something far away. You are summoning what has always been near, waiting, watching, responding to your decision. This is the moment to rise. This is the moment to open your mouth. This is the moment to say, I am ready for all that is mine, boldly, clearly, without fear, without apology, without shrinking. Say it now. Say it again. Say it until your entire being agrees. Because your good is not delayed. It is waiting for your voice. So call it in, not someday, not when you feel ready. Now, this is your time. This is your truth. This is the spiritual authority you've always had. Use it. Speak it. Claim it. And receive.